Welcome to Highguard.
Light belongs to me.
During the Game Awards 2025, the final game to be shown was an incredible surprise. It's actually one of the worst received games that I have ever seen. The trailer uploaded by IGN has approximately 70,000 dislikes, and the comments are hilarious. Highguard is considered a hero shooter, let's call it that. But one of the main reasons people complain a lot about Highguard is that we already have 3 big games with this stupid ass genre: Overwatch 2, Marvel Rivals, and Team Fortress 2. You may not know this, but those games are fucking massive. I know, the game just released as I'm writing this, but let me show you my experience with one of the most controversial games in the last few years. Welcome to the guard that is high, that is known as Highguard. What the fuck did I just say? Remember that this is my opinion, and every single gaming experience is completely different. I will be talking about my first 2 hours of this game in this section. Like any other game, you start with a really basic tutorial. It shows you the core mechanics and how you can play and win each game. I'm going to make a quick summary of what we need to do in this game. First, we have to select our Warden, which is the hero that we will be playing. Then we select a base. You can select up to 6 bases for your team to have a certain advantage on it. When the base is settled, we can reinforce the walls to have better protection on the generators. The dome unlocks after 2 minutes and we start to explore the map. We open some chests and gather some materials to trade with the vendor. After that, the shield breaker will spawn and now we fight the enemy team. When a team gets the shield breaker, they need to go to the enemy base and use the shield breaker to start the raid. The objective is to destroy the generators to win. Pretty long, but I think I managed to do a really cool summary. Now I'm going to mention the first thing that I did when I reached the menu. I started to explore it a little bit, and let me tell you something. I didn't expect a good UI with this game so far. There are many things that I'll be sharing later, but believe me, it was a pleasant surprise to interact with such a smooth menu. I know, pretty weird that I already finished the first impressions, but they are really connected with the gameplay, especially for those first hours. This is where the game is getting a lot of criticism. It almost has the feeling of Apex Legends, but it's not really there. Movement is pretty good. I love how you can turn on the auto sprint option, so you are not constantly pushing your left stick. That gives a lot of life to my controllers, thank you very much. The mount is really good to use, however, there are some moments that it can get stuck and clunky if you're not moving forward. It almost feels like you're not supposed to make many quick changes to the trajectory of the mount, especially going in reverse. And the options are pretty cool. We have a horse, panther, bear, and a griff. They all look pretty cool and they are necessary to move around the map faster. The maps are also part of the controversy, of course. And that's because they are huge for a 3v3 mode, but when you get familiar with the entire map, it becomes so much easier to know where to go. If you look at my gameplay, I'm always opening the map to see where I should go and get my resources and be there as fast as possible. Our heroes are known as Wardens, and I'm not going to lie, some of these designs are just okay. But let me show you my favorite Warden, Mara, because she has some reasons. That's my favorite so far, but I'm just looking at them and I'm constantly saying to myself, well, at least they have a little bit more personality than the ones of Concord. Let's not talk about that game right now. Well, the good thing is that the Wardens, they do have their own abilities and they have ults, just like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, so yeah, they're pretty cool. Gunfights. They are great. Give me some good reload animations with decent movement and believe me, you will have me right there shooting and missing for hours. The raids are fun, but sometimes they get annoying because of the skill-based matchmaking. I really don't remember if it's skill-based matchmaking or EOMM, it's one of those. The funny thing is that there are some instances in which you totally control the enemy team, and other times you are completely destroyed. Now, let's talk about the most important thing about this game. As I stated previously, it is a 3v3. Thankfully, the developers released a massive patch that fixed a lot of gameplay and performance issues. But one of the most interesting things about this is that a 5v5 game mode was added. And let me tell you something, this shit was fun as hell. Pure chaos. The defense mode was absolutely fun, and it really makes me think, will they be releasing a 4v4 mode? Because in my opinion, that's the sweet spot, right there, 4v4. And how am I so invested in this game? Well, let's just say that the Platinum Trophy of Highguard is already in my collection. I played this game on a PlayStation 5, and let me tell you the download file size that Highguard has. It's 20.13 gigabytes. You have to be kidding me. A new 2026 FPS game that has that low size is just incredible. I mean, it totally makes sense because this is the first version of the game, and maybe it will be increasing as time goes on, but for now, huge props to the devs on making it a little bit stable. However, there is constant stuttering when you are playing. My game has only crashed once. I still don't know how that happened, but it didn't affect the experience for me. I do have to say that the graphics are just okay. They are literally nothing out of this world, but you can't expect a masterpiece in graphic design when a game has a size of 20 gigabytes. We do know that graphics are not everything in a video game, but for a competitive shooter, they could be on the top 3 most important things that a competitive shooter needs. I do have to mention that when we have some explosions during a raid, it looks like it's too much information for the game to process, and you can clearly see the stuttering as I previously mentioned. This can be fixed in future patches, and everybody knows that. But it's still something that can generate a bad first impression on new players. The story is non-existent. You do have some interesting interactions between our wardens, but they barely touch anything on how they got there. Who is the main antagonist? Why are they fighting each other? Why all of them seem genuinely friendly with each other? There are many things missing for me to have a click, but most importantly, what the fuck is going on? In a shooter game, you can miss the story and some part of the lore, but maybe we can get further into the universe of Highguard if we can have some Easter eggs in each map to understand how everything turned out the way it did. A really good inspiration for this would be Call of Duty Zombies. Some of those Easter eggs explain more about the story, and maybe they can take that to improve the story. So let me show all of you guys the monetization of this game. I know that it's really weird for me to be right here in the menu, but it's something really important. First of all, we have Highguard Gold, which is the premium currency. Warden credits and visual tokens, you can earn them by playing the game. That's pretty cool. Let's go straight to the store. This is the war chest. In other words, the battle pass. So this is the battle pass, and when you download the game, you can actually earn it for free. Yes, this entire battle pass is completely free, which is pretty odd, but I'm thankful for that shit, actually. There's one thing that I'm really not a fan of, and there's no premium currency in this battle pass. This worries me a little bit because maybe the next battle pass you do have to pay Highguard Gold, which is the premium currency, to earn that battle pass, and I'm not really a fan of. Even though the skins are great, don't get me wrong, they're pretty fucking beautiful, but it's just, I don't know if that's the correct call, in my opinion. But let's get about the real currency of this game. So we have the Highguard Gold, that its value at this. So if you spend $9, you get 900 Highguard Gold, which is kind of fair. I think that it's just okay. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It looks like any other free-to-play game. So yeah, I think that it's fair if you are okay with it. I do have to think like a lot if I want to spend on this game. Even the hate that Highguard has received the last couple of weeks, we can totally understand something. The developers love their fucking game. No wonder they are making changes, and actually they are showing us a roadmap on the many things that will be added into the game during the year. It takes a lot of courage in this era of gaming where everybody now is a gamer, and yet we want games to fail. It's just dumb because we have incredible stories of redemption like No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk 2077. And there are many more. And I think that Highguard can reach that level. They just need to concentrate a lot on the performance issues and they will be good to go. I still think that the monetization could be a potential aspect that can keep the game alive for the long run. I'm really excited for the first Highguard rank mode and future tournaments, especially the competitive side of things. I think that you can find a lot of hidden tactics and potential in the competitive play. And just remember something really important. A game that has the potential and is taken care of, the sky won't be the limit. They'll reach beyond that. Highguard is a really entertaining free-to-play game that is going to have a huge impact on the following years thanks to the small player base that is actually showing up each day. That's enough to keep a game for a long time. Even with the basic character designs and sometimes inconsistent frame rate during the most important part of the game, it doesn't ruin the experience of a potentially highly competitive game. And I do trust the devs that they will be able to fix a lot of those things. They just need time. They will be finding that rhythm. They'll be okay. For all of the above, Highguard is a solid 7 out of 10 for me. And the good thing is that it's free to play, so you can try it every time. That was Highguard. And also thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I really hope that you enjoyed it as much. It's been a while since I did a game review, so now that I have, I think, a better setup, I can continue and return with some game reviews. However, I'm trying to do something completely different with this. I don't know why I'm dancing. Sorry about that. What I'm trying to do is that every single game that I platinum, I will try to make a review about that. That's including the Lego video games, which I'm really excited to do that too. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching a Highguard review, and let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek